Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. There can only be one, Lomachenko, weighing in at 57 kilos, right on the number for the featherweight division. He's 170 centimeters tall with a reach of 166. And they'll be facing Diego Corrales, 179 centimeters tall with a reach of 178.
Yeah, if you've got a bro that's in front of you that's going to put you under pressure, get to your ribs and get close, you've got to be fast on your feet. If you've got the height and the reach, which I always go for, I depend on that.
Vasilii, the Matrix Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko. And here we see Diego Corrales. He's never in a boring fight. A multi-time world champ in two different weight divisions.
Just take note, look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
And with that, let's go into the ring. And the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasilii Lomachenko. Fighting out of the blue corner from Las Vegas, please welcome a two-division world champion, introducing Diego Chico Corrales.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Close the door, close the curtains. This is it. Let me enjoy myself right now.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. And that's the opening bell, round one. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. No rest for the weary. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on you.
A perfect counter lands. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter punch right up the middle. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That hook was off target. Counter punching. That uppercut misses. Good job getting out of the way of that left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too...
Great work. Stay focused. Don't get back.
And there's the bell for round two. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. done with that counter shot. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot, put him under pressure.
That counter shot lands. Lomachenko on the canvas. One punch did the trick. Let's see it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Nice counter shot. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Can make or break a fighter.
Just box it. Just be smart. Just get right round. Now relax.
There's the bell to start round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Lomachenko in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
He misses with that straight left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When you're training to fight a swarmer, you gotta focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
You fight the swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with a forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
There's a counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Now you let him get back into it.
Here we go to the 4th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter shot. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Great counter right hand there. Catch and shoot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Just misses with that uppercut. A lot of effort being exerted here. They exchange punches. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Lomachenko is buzzed. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like...
Back into the fray here in round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter shot. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
He misses with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Straight right just misses. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Counter punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, we know they've got... Here we go in the 6th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Punch, counter punch. Nice slip to avoid the jab. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next. Here comes round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. You'd like to see more jabs. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice counter shot. Corrales might be ready to go. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punching. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to...
Focus, big, deep.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. These punches coming from every angle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
You're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is...
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is...
And Corrales goes down. Oh, my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
I've got to see that again.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now is down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That big hook doesn't land. Tried to score with the uppercut. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Like that round. You don't want to lose this fight. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round.
This is the 10th. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Punch, counter punch. There's a counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? Nice job blocking the hook. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Corrales that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right.
Come on. You've let him back into this. You better be.
This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A straight right. And going to the canvas is Corrales. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
They're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Just missed with that hook. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Still landing your power shots. Good one.
On to the 12th. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Beautiful counter shot. A perfect counter lands. Looking to land the hook. Stamina is off the charts. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fiery fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
And he scores with the counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.